I just had a really bad month of running, and I have a marathon coming up in a month's time, and I wasn't getting things done, so I did what any normal runner would do. I ran a marathon. 2 days ago I came down to Cape Cod, right at the Falmouth finish line, parked my car, ran 26.2 miles around the neighborhood I grew up in. I'm ready for my marathon in a month. I'll be telling you about that in the last month in this video. I'm here right beyond the finish line of the world famous Falmouth Road Race, and this is a do or die workout here down in Falmouth. The past 3 weeks I haven't had as much running. I've had 2 colds, the funeral for my dad, and so I've been only getting a bit of a running in. And today I'm hoping to do at least 20 miles here in Falmouth. I just found out they don't sell bottled water in stores in Falmouth. Someone told me that's a rule. I have enough water here, I hope, in a little thermos, but we're going to do lots of loops through the neighborhood where I grew up, and hopefully have a good run today and make or break my marathon training. I'm looking forward to a good run in the old neighborhood where I grew up. So lots of little loops today, hopefully on the run. I just learned something, that they don't sell bottled water in Falmouth at all. So I had to get some other things instead with water in it because I'm really thirsty. I'm about 11 miles in at the little pond here. It's Bristol Beach. Nah, it's supposed to rain, but we're getting some snow. It's a chunky run, not doing that great on it. Just plugging along at all the roads and the heights willy-nilly. Traffic has been great. They stop and slow down because there's no show. This is what training is all about in the snow. Heading towards the Falmouth Road Race finish line. I'm at 25.93 miles. Let's see how close I am to 26.2 by the finish. Spitting snow, 2/3 of the run. Spitting snow, the last third of the run. But we got it done. It's a gift to be able to run this far at my age. Hey, there's the Falmouth Road Race finish line. I'm gonna have a good dinner tonight. Wasn't that hard. It kept it at an easy pace. It's for the mental for a marathon next month. .11. We're getting there. I ain't gonna sprint. 26.2 miles. Ending up here at Falmouth Heights Beach. Cold, nasty day. Actually, I didn't feel too bad. Kept warm. Good run. Marathon in a month. See you then. It's 2 days after that run, and about to run a few miles down on the Shining Seat bike path in Falmouth, Mass. When I ran the marathon distance, the second third of the run was snowy. The third was spitting rain. Yesterday was a gorgeous day down in Falmouth. The sun was shining. The snow from the last week's snowstorm was melting. And today it's back to rain. At least I'll make some of the snow melt. Let's see how this run goes. Feeling pretty good for doing 26 miles just 2 days ago. Sometimes you just gotta be you. So how did we get here? The last week of January, I got on a treadmill, did a 10-miler. A few days later, did a 3-miler. And that threw my hips really off. I was struggling with my hips. So beginning of February, as you see here, I started with a 15-miler. You can see it right here when I finished. But I was struggling with my hips all day, all week. I thought I was off to having a good February, and it was not to be. The second week of February, I had a cold, so I didn't run much. I had retired from teaching in full-time in November. You'd think I wouldn't get colds, but that was my second time since January, so I didn't get much mileage in. Third week, I had the cold again. I've been running the bi-weekly Freeze Your Buns races here my track club puts on every year. Beside getting sick, in February, my dad himself took a turn for the worse, 94 years old, had a bad couple of weeks, so I came down to the Cape a couple of times to check in on him and to help out. And then he died, and we had his funeral. So that was something that took a lot of my time, deservedly, and I wasn't able to run as much as I wanted to. Finally, I was feeling healthy enough and needed to get a long run in, but another big snowstorm happened, freezing temperatures. The roads are not safe. There's just too much snow and slippery conditions. So I wanted to do a long run, but I couldn't get outside to do it. And I knew the treadmill had hurt my hips earlier, so I decided to do something really bizarre for me. Is I went to our local YMCA where they have an indoor track, 9 laps to a mile, and I ran 15 miles straight, dodging walkers and joggers, veering in and out, and trying to whip around the corners there, which were very severe corners. It's almost a rectangle. I did 134 laps and 540 right-hand turns on a cement track. But I got it done. My legs felt it for a few days. I'll never do that again. It was a big mental game, but sometimes you do unusual things to keep running. Well, getting used to the rain and all this nasty weather this winter. I was hoping to do 4 miles, but I ended up doing 5. I felt good out there, despite running the marathon distance just 2 days ago. I felt good and loose. So I had an enjoyable run. I now feel good about my upcoming marathon. Hopefully I can get 1 or 2 20-milers in the next 2 weeks. I'm not going to be speedy like I like, but I want to be able to cover the distance comfortably. And I don't suggest people just run the full marathon distance. Remember, I have 49 years of marathons, and I'm really good on recovery, despite my hip problems and neuropathy in my feet. My muscles recover very well, so this was an enjoyable run. And as I learned on the course today, as you plan out your running or don't plan out your running and just run by feel, which is sort of what I do, be you. And I'm looking forward to the next month getting ready for the cheap marathon. Isn't it a great day here on the Cape, despite the rain? I just love the ocean.